we're going to talk about and dive into volume. I told you guys multiple times, volume trumps all. Volume is king in the stock market. If you listen to volume and follow volume, it will not steer you wrong. It won't. Volume, along with price action and your price levels, pay attention to that. You don't need all of these little fancy indicators on your chart. You literally have all the answers right in front of you with a naked chart. You truly do. This morning, NRSN was gapping up. Yesterday, it was officially pretty much a penny stock at $1.50, around there. This morning, we're gapping up to a high of $2.50 right here. This is a therapeutic company. They came out with news with FDA clearance. If you guys listened or watched, the keywords to look for in press releases: FDA approval, FDA clearance. These are keywords to look for in press releases that's going to attract volume to a stock. There's a lot of people out there that love FDA approvals, phase trial passes. This is a therapeutic stock. The float on it is low. The float is only 6 million. And if we pull over the daily chart real quickly, see real quickly right here, we got the float on this and shares outstanding. Float is 6 million. It's a low float stock. And then we blow up the news and take a look at the news real quick. This morning they come out. Neurosense Therapeutics receives FDA clearance of IND for Prime C for the treatment of ALS. Keywords to look for in press releases that's going to attract volume. We got news. It's a low float. Now we take a look at the daily chart. Blow this bad boy up. You can zoom out on this daily chart. And what I could tell right off the bat is that this is a new IPO, a newer IPO. Its first day of trading was right here, December 9th, 2021. We're gapping up this morning to a high of 250 right here, pre-market. So you tell yourself, we're gapping up right here this morning at 250. If we pull back, we're going to pull back to this blue line right there, which is the 50-day moving average on the daily chart. If we run up and we break this red line right here, I drawn out $3, we got room to run up to this next level here at 4, and then our high is right here at 450. So we're within all-time new highs. We're in reaching distance of it. That's going to get people excited, and they're going to want to try to achieve that. And when you think about it, and I've told you guys this multiple times, when you have stocks that are running up to new highs, everybody has been taught to create their stock scanners and stock screeners to pick up what type of stocks that are hitting new highs on the day, new weekly highs, monthly highs, yearly highs, all-time highs. People love stocks that are hitting new highs. Every single time this stock runs up and hits a new high, it's going to get more and more attention. Now with this stock running up like this, we're also going to want to take a look at the volume. Look at volume on the day today. So far today, it's done 160 million in volume on the day. That's insane. Insane for this, especially with the low float, only 6 million. So if you divide 160 million into 6 million, what do you get? I think it's around 22, 23. That's how many times we've rotated that float. We've rotated the float over 20 times. That's a lot. That's supply and demand perking up and taken into effect. Let's go back here to the intraday chart. We'll break down this 1 minute time frame. When this stock opens up this morning, it's opening up right at $2. And if you look back and remember to the daily chart, that 50-day moving average was right at $2, wasn't it? So everybody's seeing that. And when everybody's seeing that, they're all putting their buy orders there. Or, hey, let's see if we can hold up at around this $2, that 50-day moving average, and build up off of that. And that's exactly what we did. Volume was straight up ramping this morning. And with volume ramping, every single time this stock ran up and made a new high, it confirmed it with volume. And this is where you're going to want to pay attention to volume. There's really is no volume secret. It's pretty bare bones basic. You guys keep it simple. Remember that. And I teach you guys to keep it simple. Every single time this stock ran up and made a new high, it confirmed it with volume. Even as we topped out right here this morning at just over $7, it confirmed it with this volume spike. So when we started pulling back all right here, I was telling you guys this morning, I didn't record it, I wish I did, but I was telling you guys, we're gonna run up and make new highs. Volume has not proven that this stock is done. It hasn't. Every single time it pushed up to a new high, it confirmed it with volume. That demand for the stock is there. Now we run up, we consolidated, we pulled down to $5.50, $6 and consolidated $10.25 all the way up until $11.53. So just about almost 2 hours we consolidated right here. I'll draw my square out again. We consolidated right here for almost 2 hours from $5.50, $6. From 6, we perk up and get a nice run up to a new high up here at a high of 18 or 8.18 or something. So a $2 run up. It did it though on lighter volume. So that could be your sign right there that this stock is starting to max out. There's no demand up there for the stock. Now we got to take into consideration as the whole trading day gets longer and longer, how much volume in total has came into this stock. Let's pull up that daily chart again, and we could see it right here. When we blow this up, the top percentage gainer on the day here, NRSN, the volume on the day is at 160 million. We're up at all-time new highs. The stock has insane volume pumping into it. And we also just checked Flash SEC to see if this stock or company has any warrants they can exercise, or any warrants that are active, any shelf offerings. They have 2 active warrants here. They got one at $6, 2 million shares, but that's nothing. We ate through it. At 160 million volume on the day, only 2 million shares, that's nothing. Nothing at all. And then we got one here at 67 cents, but this one is undisclosed. We don't know how much it is, and they're both still active. I think we're in the clear. There's just so much volume flowing into this stock, and that's another thing you got to take into consideration if you plan on swinging a stock. How much volume does the stock have? Is it easily going to be able to eat up if a stock has a shelf offering or an active warrant? I've seen this before. If a company had a good first day run and they'd come out and do, let's say, a 2 million public offering, and the stock on the day did like 200 million in volume, that offering ain't gonna do nothing to the stock because there was such a huge demand for it, it didn't even phase it. We got a couple active registrations here from, it's active till December 2024. It's IPO. Its remaining value is 35 million shares. Other than that, I don't see anything else. So we asked the poll here if it's going to gap up or gap down. I'll leave that open for you guys. I personally think it's going to gap up tomorrow. We'll check back up on it. But what a run today, as it's been holding up at 6 all day and just insane volume. This, if we get a strong close above that, and that's another thing. Look at how far and how much we've been holding up above that VWAP. This VWAP's been down here at $5 and $5.50, and look at the separation. To me, that's showing super strong strength. That's a little characteristic in detail that would just tell me a lot right there. Normally, we see stocks hugging that VWAP, don't we? This thing has been holding so far above it all day. But that's going to wrap it up for this lesson on volume. I hopefully I hope you guys learned a few lessons from this. And honestly, if you pay attention to the smallest little things, people overlook a lot of this stuff. They really do. They rely too much on RSI, MACD, and when they have all of these different indicators up and they clutter their chart and they clutter their charts with all of these different indicators, they overlook the simplest little smallest things that could make or break their trade. So keep your charts clean, you guys. If anything, no more than one indicator, and learn how to read charts and price action and volume. That's where you're gonna make your money.